I can't hear anything.
It won't be long. It won't be long.
Hello all. Welcome to today's food soak. So we'll raise our Kundalini and take Bandhan. We'll give we'll put our right hand towards the water, and we'll take the mantra of Samudra Devata. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Samudra Devata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Let's put our foot in the water, feet in the water. So I've been told that people who come to this program know what they're doing, just in case you forgot. So foot soak is a process that we do before we sleep in the night for clearing our recycle bins. So as we do our things in the morning, depending on how the day goes, we fill up nonsense in our recycle bins. So if we don't clear it, what we do is whatever disappointments and activities that have given the imbalance and all those emotions we carry to the next day. So when we do this, we basically do a reset button, have a good night's sleep, and the next morning starts fresh. So as we do this regularly, the propensity for the chakras, the energy centers, to gather dust decreases, and eventually we find it easier to get into thoughtless awareness when we meditate. All right. So with both our palms on the lap, let's keep our attention on top of the head. So it's recommended that you look at Shri Mataji's photograph on the slide, or if you already have set up an altar, you can look at the light element or Shri Mataji's bindi, which is the red dot on her forehead. Then while you look at the bindi, try and get your attention to the top of the head on the Sahasrara chakra, and observe what you're feeling on your palms. So take your attention inside. Once you made a little note of your state, you can try and clean or cleanse the channels. So I have Sister Preeti with me here. So what we'll do is I can talk about my catches, if any, and I'll ask Preeti, and then we'll try and clear those. And we're hoping that what we're feeling, or we're praying to Shri Mataji, that we feel the collective catches, in the sense that when we meditate together like this, it's about what is it? About 10 people on Zoom and 8 or 9 on YouTube. So when we meditate like this, about 20 people, the chakras of the collective are indicated in our fingertips. So we can try and clear those. The idea is that, one of my chakras may be more balanced, and 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 some are not. So we sort of try and help each other like that in a very subtle way. So I'm feeling my left.
Sorry, Varapriti. Can
Yeah.
I just interrupt? We are having a lot of echo.
Uh,
The second window, the window that
yeah, there are no YouTube windows here, so that's funny. Is the echo still there, Auntie?
so the browser that opened up when you have to go live, you have to turn that
Yeah,
window off.
that's there is no browser open on this computer, so I'm wondering where that noise is coming from. Because we're doing the YouTube.
No, the echo is still there.
Hmm. Is that any better? Can you hear us any better?
Oh, all fine, fathers. No worries.
Use the phone.
Perfect.
Not sure what changed, but that's okay. Is that good now? All right. So we drop our right hand towards. One second, there's a chat. So let's drop our right hand towards Mother Earth, left hand on the lap. We're looking at Shri Mataji and we ask, Mother, please clear all the problems in my left channel. Mother, please let me remember that the only desire for me is to get connected with the all-pervading power around me. Mother, please help me focus only on that desire. Mother, please let all the dust of emotions covering my spirit go into the water element. Mother, by your grace, please let me feel my spirit. Let's put our right hand on the heart. Say, Mother, please come into my heart. Observe your left palm. So the catch I was feeling has disappeared. So see how we go. And put our right hand back on the lap. Bring your right hand on top of the head. Just ensuring that we keep our attention on our Sahasrara in case it has wandered. Let's bring our hand back to the lap. Let's raise our left hand towards the sky. Mother, by your grace, please remove all the thoughts that are taking me into the future. Mother, by your grace, please remove all the thoughts that are taking me into the future. Now let's put our left hand just below the rib cage on the right side. And here we ask, Mother, please give the coolness of the Himalaya to my liver. Mother, please give the coolness of the moon to my liver. Mother, please let all the heat be dissipated away from my liver. Mother, please let your aspect of peace come into my liver. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shanti Rupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Let's take the mantra of Kailasa Swamini, the one who resides in Kailasa or the one who owns the Kailasa. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kailasa Swamini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Put our left hand back on the lap. Got any catches, Preeti?
Left Vishuddhi.
So we have catch on the left Vishuddhi. So we put our right hand on the left side of the neck. Shri Vishnu Maya. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vishnu Maya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. We take the affirmation of not being guilty. From our hearts, let's forget all the mistakes that we have done using which we beat ourselves. So when we do this, we are trying to get a reset, and whatever has happened in the past, we let it go. Say, Mother, by your grace, I'm not guilty. Mother, by your grace, I'm not guilty. Mother, please let me get out of the falsehood of guilt. Mother, please let me get out from the falsehood of guilt. Put our right hand back on the lap. Our attention on Shri Mataji's bindi, on the light in front of us. So that's about 15-20 minutes of foot soak, and that's usually enough. We shouldn't be sitting in foot soak for hours unless we're changing water. So let's wash our feet and get back to our chairs. Let's keep our hands on the lap, attention on Sahasrara, and wait for the good souls who've gone to throw the water away.
today we have decided to celebrate the Buddha Jayanti. It's the day of Buddha's birth. In the whole map of time, Buddha came to this earth at a time when it was so important for him to come. That time, especially in India, we had two types of people. One who were very ritualistic, trying to be extremely strict and disciplined. And the another were the people who were too much conditioned and were full of so-called devotion to God. So these two types of people were occupying the area of seekers. So it was necessary to neutralize these two styles of seekings. Buddha and Mahavira are in essence supported by Hanumana and Bhairava. That is, as you know, Gabriel and Saint Michael. The principle that took birth is the principle of a disciple. And this principle was born much earlier as the two sons of Sri Rama. This principle was brought on this earth and incarnated. One, to conquer the ego of human being. Another one, to conquer the superego of human being. Buddha, when he was born, he found that there was misery everywhere. And the misery, according to him, was due to the desires we have. So, to be desireless is the best way to achieve Nirvana. That's what he came to conclusion. But how to become desireless? You are sitting in the sand, and if you see the sand doesn't get attached to anything. You put anything on it, it will not spoil anything. You put water, it will stick on, and as soon as you try to throw it away, the whole thing will disappear into thin air. So, to develop that kind of detachment or to develop a life which was desireless was his aim. And that's why I say he was a disciple principle. So the disciple principle has to find out the way and method. While the Guru principle are the people who have already found out. Because he has to create a way and path. So he studied all kinds of books, went to many places. He He read Upanishads. Then he saw the people who are busy with Vedas and were doing all kinds of ritualism. With the rituals, they never got the realization, which is actually the first verse of Veda, is that by reading the Vedas and by doing all the rituals of the Vedas, if you do not become Vida, means self-realized. Vida, what means to know. If you don't know the divine on your central nervous system, then you are just missing the point. It is all useless for you to read Vedas. So he went into various areas of search. As today we find many seekers have been going to many people to find out the truth. And he was tired, very tired. He thought all his seeking, all his working hard, all his efforts, everything has just made him tired. And he thought it was all fruitless. So he was lying under a banyan tree. And there, the Adi Shakti gave him realization. When all your searches are over, people search in money, in power, in love, and all kinds of things. Ultimately, people start searching in various groups, cults, gurus, all kinds of things. Drugs, alcohols, whichever way are possible, they try to search. But when human beings try to search something, then in their movement they either go to the left or to the right. And he, being such an ardent seeker and such a truthful seeker, he could see very clearly that this is not the path of going left or right. But there has to be some ascent. But how to achieve it? Who is going to give him self-realization? All that tiredness, he laid down himself under a tree, and suddenly he got his realization. When he got his realization, he started understanding why this problem of conditioning and ego is there. He found out one thing, that people, when they read too much and try to understand through ritualism God, then they develop their ego. The other side, he found out that when people just with some desires go on praying to God, give me this, give me that, they become mad. And when he realized it, then only at that moment when he was tired, he got his realization. This is exactly what is happening today in the modern times. That those who were seekers have been seeking the divine on the left and right hand side. Nowadays they are jogging. I don't know what they are going to achieve through jogging. They are jogging like mad. Then they are ardent Christians, ardent Muslims, fighting the whole world for their religion, for their God, for in the name of Muhammad Sahib, in the name of Krishna, in the name of everything. Then they think their religion is in danger. I mean, it is not. Neither the prophets nor the incarnations, nobody is in danger. Not at all. How can they be? And no religion, if it is true religion, can be in danger. But this he only realized after his realization. But his followers who came, did not see the point that ultimately it is self-realization is talking. Actually took all the care to see that people should get their self-realization first, then anything else. First of all, he said, you are not going to worship me. As you know, we don't allow people to come for my puja unless and until they are fully established in Sahaja. So he first said that you should be fully established in your self-realization. That's all. He would not talk about God. Because once you start talking about God, then he saw all these horrible religions coming up in the name of God. When I first came to America, you'll be surprised, I did not talk of God. I did not talk of boots. I did not talk of any religion. I just talked about self-realization. The reason was, I thought, if you get your self-realization, then you'll understand the rest of it. But no use talking to you. About God or about divine. Because first thing is you must have your eyes. You must have the light. Otherwise, what's the use of talking about these things? But it so happened that Buddha did not give anybody realization. So it was all right for him to talk about the spirit and not about God or any religion. Such an extent that people said that Buddha was an atheist. He did not believe in God. No, it was a matter of his policy that he did not want to talk about God. But what I found when I came to America, that this world is full of all kinds of things. Firstly, the tremendous ego that they have. And secondly, they are so much conditioned. There were so many witchcrafts and forces. I mean, openly they are saying this is a witchcraft school. Openly. Or this is a satanic powers school. All kinds. I was surprised, openly saying like that. And when I came to San Diego first, because I came on my own, and the people who invited me had an organization called Parapsychology. It was all bhoot, huh? So they took me down, and huge big hall, and there were lots of people sitting down. And I saw all the booths. I said, now what should I do? Should I say the truth or not? They might start getting angry with me. But I said better to tell them, because once they are lost in the booths, then what will I do with them? So I told them this is all wrong, this is all bhutish, it is all nonsense. You just don't follow prey to all these things, this is not correct, you better get your realization. And see, some people did get realization, and some people did leave that organization. Now, last time when I came, I discovered in 83 that the lady who was in charge sort of a person has become mad. And the gentleman who was organizing all that has become bankrupt and has gone to Australia. And the building has collapsed. The boots must have done the job. It was such a problem for me in those days to talk against all this nonsense. Then I went to some churches they invited. Now in the church, suddenly I found 8 or 10 Buddhist people got up and started dancing. I said, where am I now? I am here to tell them about the spirit and see the condition here. What am I to tell them? And they ardently believed that I was an agent of God, of course, but God meaning Bhut. it was impossible to understand how far people have gone. At the same time, there was an onslaught of all the fake gurus at that time. And when I said you cannot pay for it, they said you better go back. We don't want. So I went away and then came back after 9 years.
Sustain meditation for a few minutes. Keep your eyes closed, attention on Sahasrara. We'll take the last Mahamantra and then we will close the session. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradayini Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Right, good night, everyone.